welcome, Fret Talk listeners. This is episode number 58 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are here with your host, Mr. Budget Pilcher. You are also here with our co-host, who is drinking what looks like Tango Orange, Mr. Matt Quine.
It is Tango Orange.
Well, hey.
I'm not saying it.
Boom. Not saying it. Hi, Matt. There we go. You get your fix. How you been, Matt?
Yeah, I've been drunk.
Yep. I can second that. I have also been drunk.
I've also been asleep, and that's about. Oh, and I've been at a gig, and that's about all I've done between casts.
Yeah. And the last cast was really early on in the week as well, so it's almost kind of like 2 weeks without casting. So yeah, I mean it's been a pretty long time. So both of us have been absolutely trolleyed. I've almost been. In fact, I'll probably put my hands up and say that this was the worst I've ever been in my entire life from alcohol. I think aging and alcohol doesn't work too well. So I don't know. Maybe it's time to give up to hang up my drinking boots. I don't know what drinking attire. My drinking jacket.
Yes, you're
and become a responsible member of society.
Drinking jacket.
Yeah, well, you get smoking jackets, don't you? So, don't know.
Yep.
Drinking monocle and top hat. I'd be a classy drunk if that were the case.
You see, I've not been the worst I've ever been, but I've probably been on the longest, amount of time conscious and drinking. We were drinking with breakfast because our breakfast was in a bar.
Oh. So it was literally on it from the get-go. Well,
the hotel breakfast area were the Weatherspoons. So...
for any foreign listeners, a Weatherspoons is like, just imagine like a very cheap chain bar, like very cheap alcohol, almost encourages you to get wasted.
I mean, they didn't expect me to order a pint of lager with my breakfast, but I did, and they gave it to me.
Well, they're like, well, it's legal, we can do it, so here you go. Hair of the dog and all that, mate. Hair of the dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we did 20 hours drinking, because one night we were all up in the bar for 8 o'clock in the morning, and I think we went to bed about 4. So yeah, I did pace myself that day though.
I was gonna say, if you didn't, you would have probably ended up in A&E with that.
Yeah, it was a rather excessive one.
But that's not the only thing we do. It's not the only thing we do. We're not just rampant alcoholic. Only a couple of weeks out of the year, maybe. So tell us about this gig then, Matt. Tell us about this gig.
The gig that I did last week. Well, to tell you about the gig, I have to tell you about the thing I did earlier in the day before the gig.
I don't want to hear what you did earlier in the day, Matt. You dirty little man.
I think you do. Because what I did was, after the last cast, the following day, I went into the store to try the Variax out.
Aha.
And the battery wasn't charged, so I just tried the magnetic pickups and the guitar itself.
Yeah.
Which, it's a really nice playing guitar. It's got a nice fat neck on it. It is like a proper, it's almost like a 50s Gibson, it's that thick.
Yeah.
It's like a proper thick, chunky neck. So I tried it out and was like, any chance you can charge the battery? Because my Jazzmaster had already sold.
Okay,
and he said that he would take some off for the amp and just take the amp in a part X.
Yeah.
If I did want to play it. So I said, right, well, I want to try the models through a Valve amp. I just want to come in. And he said, well, bring whatever amp you want if you want. So I brought my Vox AC15 in, set it up at the back of the shop, and then tried that on the Saturday morning. and kind of fell in love with it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the Variax sounds are really good. Like, I know we did a whole cast on Variaxes last week, so we'll probably try and avoid that. But the long and the short of it is I bought a Variax.
Well, I mean, that's testament in and of itself of how good the sounds are.
Yeah. So, yeah, I picked up a JTV 69. For,
giggity goo.
I think there was 170 was the Jazzmaster minus commission, and he gave me 150 for the Marshall, so I paid just over 300 quid for Variax.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Yeah, consider it's the JTV as well.
Yeah,
because we talked about it last week about like the kind of the quality tiers of each of the Variaxes, with the old 300 series being like right at the bottom.
Yeah,
and the American made JTVs were like right at the top. I think yours is one of the Korean JTVs, isn't it? So yours is kind of like second place in terms of like quality and just amazingness.
Yeah, and the thing I didn't realise when I was talking about it last week on the cast is it's a brand new one.
Yeah.
So it comes with the I don't want to call it a soft case or a hard case because it's like a rigid soft case.
Yeah. Yeah, my Vox has got one of them, and my Ibanez Fireman. Hardman. That sounds awesome. Ibanez, make a Hardman. That's it. It'll just be in the shape of Ross Kemp, the Ibanez Hardman. or for our foreign listeners, Chuck Norris.
Was it?
There we go.
Was it this? No, it was the other podcast that we mentioned, Ross. I've like the last 2 podcast recordings I've done have mentioned Ross Kemp. It's just really weird.
Nice. Yeah, so he's kind of British hard man. Yeah. He's known pretty much. I mean, he used to be on a soap opera, but he's known these days for like going into Afghanistan and like doing documentaries, filming in war zones. Just generally being an hard man and looking a bit like a spud.
Pinky, isn't he?
Pardon?
Like Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
yeah, a bit like that. Yeah. But just like a massive version. So yeah, I think consciously we're going to try and avoid the Variax chat this week. But I'm gonna give you a bit of airtime on it, because I mean it kind of ties in with what I've done this week as well. After last week's cast, I was inspired.
Well, basically, I bought the Variax and then I gigged it that night, and I didn't tell the other guys that's what it was, so I just told them that I had a new guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said I didn't have a new guitar. It's totally not a new guitar because they keep having a go at me for bringing new guitars. But it was a new guitar for me. So I brought it in and plugged it in and put it on the Les Paul neck pickup mode. And the other guitarist looked at me really funny because he was looking at this single coil and it wasn't matching what sounds were coming out of it. And he was like, "Is that bridge pickup? Is that really muddy bridge pickup?" I was like, No. Look at the 5-way. That's a neck pickup.
He's like, no, that ain't no neck single coil.
What's going on here? And I was like, "Oh, I've bought a Variax." And he's like, "Oh." I was like, "But you've just said like that sounds like a neck humbucker. You can't then just go." Oh. And he's like, "All right, okay, fine. I'll actually have a listen." And then I used quite a few sounds over the night. So I used pretty much all the positions on the Strat.
Yeah. Even the bridge?
I did use a Strat bridge pickup.
Shit, man. And how did you find it? How did you find the bridge of a Strat pickup when it's not like shitty and cheap?
Well, I did roll quite a bit of tone off. But yeah, I used the bridge pickup on the Strat. I found it quite good. I even used the magnetic pickups for some stuff. But yeah, the main sounds I used were Strat neck, Strat middle, because there's a few like indie songs that use that kind of middle pickup for Strat sound. Les Paul bridge, Les Paul neck. I used the Telly bridge, but I ended up using the wide range humbucker sound. You know, the position 2.
Position 2, yeah.
For a couple of Blur songs that we do.
Yeah.
Because
that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't like the Telly bridge pickup. It's a classic voice Telly bridge pickup, and
do exactly what you did with the Strat. Roll off the tone.
Yeah, but I mean, even so, it's still it's not got enough balls behind it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I can understand that.
Yeah, so I basically used the hollow body sound a couple of times because we do things like some Oasis stuff, and there's something else that I wanted a hollow body sound for. I was actually quite impressed with the hollow body sounds.
And which one did you use? Did you use Semi or did you use?
Yeah, Semi, not R-Billy.
Yeah,
Semi.
Because the Rockabilly one is basically a bunch of Gretsch sounds, whereas the Semi is a 335 and I think it's like a 175 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I used what they claim is a 335, which is position 1 and 5.
1, 3, and 5, I think.
1, 3, and 5, yeah. And I was using mostly bridge, and I'd say it sounds more like an Epiphone than a Gibson. The pickups that they've modelled aren't the best pickups in the world, but for that kind of sound, for the semi-hollow kind of sound, you get that extra resonance, and I was like, how is it even doing that? The body isn't moving. Like,
this is voodoo.
It is. It's just black magic. But so like I used a fair few of the sounds over the night, and the other guitarist came up to me the other night, at the end of the gig, and he was like, "I thought you picked up and changed the guitars at least 3 or 4 times."
Yeah,
he was waiting because I had my Telly Cabronito as a backup, and I also had
your Gretsch.
Had the SG.
Oh, the SG. Okay. Oh yes.
So I had those 2 as backups, just in case I snapped a string or anything like that. And then the other guitarist, like a couple of times, he said he could have sworn I was definitely using the SG, or the Telly, and I wasn't. I was using the Variax all night, and he said he's had his mind changed about the technology.
Yeah, I mean, this was essentially what we were talking about last week, weren't it?
Yeah.
And like the only thing that I had bad to say about it was the that kind of that last 10% in feel that you get. But in terms of like as a listener, and even as an educated listener, like another guitarist in your band, listening to it'll fool you. And
it will.
Yeah, I think because I was playing with mine this week as well, and the more you play with it, the less that 10% bothers you. So you do get used to it. And yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got another gig with mine tonight, and I had no qualms. Like, all my guitars are currently in our drummer's. Well, today we're in the drummer's van. He's got them in his lockup.
Yeah.
Just because I've got no space around me at the moment. And he just threw all 6 guitar. Well, he threw the 6 guitars of mine that he had in the back of his van. There's 6 guitars at the venue tonight, and I'll probably use the Variax and maybe the Cabronito.
Yeah, you gotta crack it out for old times, ain't you?
Yeah.
What I'm waiting for is when Line 6 allow you to model your own pickups. And then I just get a bunch of Fletcher pickups, model them, and just have like Fletcher pickups in all these different vintage guitar models. That'd be brilliant.
Make it like the Kemper, so you just plug your guitar into there, play the same chord on both.
Yeah.
And then it'll just...
do some voodoo magic. Bleep, 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 bleep. There you go. Guitar now updated. Oh, maybe that's the future. Yeah, Line 6. If you are listening, that's your next steps. That's your next steps. But there are a couple of models on it that you weren't like super impressed with, which I would agree. They're not all.
Rickenbacker models are shocking.
Yeah, I mean I've not played any Rickenbackers, so they might be really, really well modelled, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Sounds are awful.
Yeah,
when would you ever use that? Like that sound?
Yeah,
it didn't even sound like the Smiths.
I've not bothered playing any any Beatles or anything on it yet, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's got a specific sound that, but yeah, I think there were a couple of models which are not my go-to. I'd actually argue with the 335 because I really like the because it's like a thinner and more nasal sound than the Les Paul, and I think for certain, especially like that kind of low drive bluesy thing, it works so well.
Yeah, I get that. It doesn't quite. I'm probably spoiled by the fact that I've played 2 335 style guitars. I've played a custom shop 335 and I've played a custom shop 339.
Yeah.
349. So I've basically played 2 custom shops and none of the standards.
Yeah.
Like Collar Buddy. So maybe it was just because I've played exceptional copies that I think it doesn't quite sound all the way there.
It's not quite there, yeah. But it's supposed to be modelled on I think like an early 60s 335. So I don't know. It's been a long time since I've looked at the instruction book.
It might well be a good enough copy.
Yeah, and I did say that after this, I'm probably gonna whip the Variax out and have a play about with the Workbench software again to try and kind of tweak some of the tones. I think I want a bit more chime out of my my Strat, because I've played about with the Strat model and kind of I've brought the volume and tone pots down to something ridiculous, so they're quite dark sounding. And I think I might have a go about with playing about with some different pickups in the 335 body. So maybe like position 2 and 4 on the 335, I might have 335 body, but with Les Paul pickups. See what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm just gonna have fun with it. But it is like that. It's like Kid in the Candy Shop style. It's like a playground, isn't it?
It is. And the thing that shocked me the most was the fact that it doesn't shy away from feedback.
Yeah,
If you want to use feedback, it feeds back like a magnetic pickup. That's the thing I thought it might struggle with.
Yeah.
There's a couple of times where I use feedback when I'm playing a chord to get it to ring and keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
And I was expecting it to struggle with that, and it just didn't.
Yeah. I think the original 300 I had, I was surprised that it did feedback. So it's been working ever since then.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably where we're going to end it on the Variax chat, because we've luxuriated in it for a little while. So
yeah,
for all of those who were tired of it last week, that's where it ends. I've been up to some stuff this week. Those who have been following my Instagram and my Facebook since the start will know that I've got a pedal board where it's pretty much entirely TC pedals. So off the top of my head, I think the signal chain goes into a Crybaby Classic, it's a modded Crybaby Classic. Not because I wanted to be like one of these boutique snobs where, oh no, mine's modded. I ended up breaking it. I broke the pot on it, so I had to get it fixed. And then the guy who fixed it fitted it with a slightly better pot. So it goes into Crybaby, Polytune, Moore Yellow Comp, which is always on. Then I've got Dark Matter, so TC Dark Matter, TC Mojo, which you've got like set to gritty medium drive, or like smooth medium drive for the Mojo Mojo. And then if you combine them both, it becomes like searing lead tone or enough gain for metal. Just about the metal that I'd do anyway. And then
in your blues rock band,
in my blues rock band. Sometimes you just gotta bring out the juggers and the wuggers. So they love it when I do that. So you go from there into a Corona Mini. So you got that's the chorus. Then into what does it go into then? The Vortex flanger. Then the Helix phaser. Then the...
Why that direction? I always have my Wait, you say your chorus at the front?
Yeah, chorus, flanger, phaser.
See, I've always done... I've got my phaser, then my chorus. And if I had a flanger, I'd go phaser, flanger, chorus.
Yeah, I mean, I never combine them, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it was just what fit where. Because the Vortex and the Helix, so the chorus, flanger and the phaser are full size, whereas the Corona's a mini one. It goes into a shaker mini then, so the vibrato, and then a tremolo. After that, it goes into a delay, so the flashback delay. The tremolo is a Moore Trelicopter, not a TC pipeline, because when I built this board, the pipeline wasn't around; it didn't exist.
Is that the only reason?
Yes, probably. And then so flashback delay into then a Ditto Looper Mini, and then that's your out then. So it's a pretty meaty board, and considering it's got that many pedals on, it is very well packed. It's possibly my neatest work. So from that, I'm quite proud anyway. But
what are you using to power that board? Is it all daisy chain?
Well, it's do you know those crappy little Joyo, like 8 output, isolated but not really?
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got 2 of them underneath, so it looks like it's got the neon lights coming out. So it looks like a boy racer's car from the 90s. But yeah, they're all plugged into that with two powers essentially going onto a power supply. Absolutely noise free.
Nice.
So yeah. It probably doesn't sound as clean as it possibly could, but fuck it, like it sounds good enough for me.
Don't matter at all.
So yeah, so I got reacquainted with that. A lot of the effects still stand up. Corona's a brilliant chorus. Vortex it's a flanger. I mean, it's definitely a flanger. It's not as like super out there and in your face. I've got it set to like a vintage style flanger. So it's kind of I had it set to Purple Rain mode essentially. So hit that up with the flashback, and you pretty much got your Purple Rain rhythm sound. Phaser I've got set to MXR Phase 90 style, but with the mix down a little bit so that it doesn't overpower your signal when you've got it on a clean zone. Otherwise, I'd probably have stuck with the MXR. But the 2 kind of standouts, and one I'd mentioned earlier, tremolo. I mentioned that to you before the cast, didn't I? That I've just been absolutely loving tremolo this week. Like you wouldn't believe. Just subtle tremolo. Not like super throbby, but enough to get a bit of movement in there. And it makes you sound better. And I'm all up for something that makes me sound less crappy than I am. So, and it's subtle enough that people don't go, oh yeah, that effect's on. So you can get away with it. People just think you're a better player. There's that one, and then the Shaker Mini, which I've said on the cast before, but I will say it again. I think it is possibly the most fun effect pedal I have ever owned. It's just fun. Wibbly wobbly sounds. It sounds like the 70s. It sounds like Clapton in the 70s. I don't even think he used vibrato in the 70s, but to me, it sounds like Cream. And I absolutely love Cream. Probably why I'm getting fat these days. But yes, the TC Shaker. I've got the mini version, but the standard version is probably even better. I would suggest try it if you haven't, because it's just banging. It's a banging pedal.
I'll have to try one then.
I was tempted this week because I've got the flashback. I was tempted to set the tone print mode to the repeat offender. Just see what the fuss was about. But I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Do it. Just see what it is.
Yeah. Bit of curiosity.
He's got one on the Hoff, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. I've not got a Hoff on that, though. Not got a Hoff.
I've got a Hoff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because you use your delay as reverb, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Even you just don't like red coloured pedals, so you claim not to like reverb, but actually you just use your other pedals as reverb anyway.
I've got a spring reverb on my amp, so I love spring reverb. Love
good reverb on the PV as well.
People hate on it because it gets in your way, but I love splashy, springy goodness. So yeah, that's what I've been up to this week. Basically playing with TC pedals and playing with my Variacs. And the argument is that neither of those things are real sounds. They're not analog pedals, pretty much all of them. And the Variacs aren't analog guitar signals. But you know what? Fuck you. Sounds awesome. Sounds real good. I might do if I can find some time and some effort. I might do recordings of like analog pedals versus the TC digital versions and see if people could even notice, or do like an analog guitar versus an analog guitar, just a guitar versus a Variax, and see if people will be able to tell the difference to them. Because I think you'd be surprised.
Through a recording, I don't think there'll be many people that could pick the difference between an actual Les Paul and the Les Paul sound on a Variax.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They are pretty good. I was thinking doing the Strat models, actually, because it's nice and easy to switch up between my Variax Strat model and my magnetic pickups. It's just push of a button, isn't it? But we've got news, and some of this news is like proper fucking exciting stuff. Because it's the parallel universe stuff that you've been waiting for. So,
yeah.
So which parallel universe was it that you're waiting for, Matt? Go on.
I'm not sure if I know the name, but is it Tele Super Deluxe?
Let me insult the piece of paper. Paper, you're a bastard. Yeah, that's the wrong side. That says ESP LTD 254, which was last week.
Yeah, no.
Parallel Universe Tele Thin Line Super Deluxe.
Thin Line Super Deluxe.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's
basically Gretsch Tele.
The Greccio Tele. Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, you've got a Greccio Tele inspired something, haven't you?
Yeah, so I mean, my Cabernet is very much Gretsch inspired, but it's not bound and it's not rosewood board. So basically what they've done is they've looked at the orange hollow body that everybody knows and loves.
Yeah. Like your standard, like your classic. When people think of a Gretsch, they think like a big-bodied, single cut, block inlays, bound fretboards. Yeah. Orange as fuck.
Yeah. So what Fender have done is they've gone, right, well, let's double bind the telly, make it thin line so that it's got air in it, and put a rosewood board and bind that board, and then put some TV Jones style pickups in it. And
not style, actual TV Jones pickups.
In that case, yeah, so actual TV Jones pickups. And yeah, it's basically like an upgraded version of my guitar in every way that I would want to upgrade it.
Yeah, well, it's like they looked at your Cabernator and went, "That's a bit Gretsch. Let's Gretsch the fuck out of this. Like, let's try and Gretsch it beyond recognition."
Yeah.
And they did a pretty good job of that.
And they look fucking brilliant. Like, I knew these were hitting stores next, and like thought about trying to save, but like I didn't have enough cash saved up.
Yeah.
Even if I'd have sold like 2 or 3 guitars, I'd have been close, and my credit rating's so shit, I'm not going to get a loan. So
yeah, I think this is going to be one of those like long term. Check one on the used market in a couple of years' time.
Yeah,
you might have to pay a little bit more considering their rarity. But let's have a look at some of the specs. So, as we've said, like orange bound, so bound body, bound fretboard, block inlays, a sparkly silver pickguard, a la the Gretsch's. Obviously, it covers more of the body than the little pickguards on the Gretsch's do. TV Jones pickups, deep C, so quite a thick neck. 9.5 inch radius, bone nut, 6 saddle, like standard hardtail, not a Telecaster 6 saddle, and it comes with a hard case and a certificate of authenticity. So,
I mean, it's quite a lot of guitar, isn't it? Compared to what Fender are putting out in their standard range.
Yeah, I mean, with a lot of these parallel universe things, it looks like they've gone all out, doesn't it? They've not scrimped on anything. They've not gone for Filtertron style pickups. They've gone for the actual TV Jones pickups. Yeah. They've not gone, oh well, we could leave the neck unbound and save a bit of cash. No, they've went, let's give it like the full works, the full treatment. I think the only other thing that probably could have been argued is that it could have had a Bigsby on it. Because
I get why they didn't put a Bigsby on it, because you'd have added 200 quid to that.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, Gretsch's are synonymous with Bigsby's. But no, I can understand why you wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm excited about it, even though I'm not really a huge Gretsch fan. Out of the parallel universe stuff, this and the Troublemaker, possibly the two to go for, aren't they?
Yeah, I definitely think people. I think people will like the Strato Telly as well, but you've already got one, so you're not really going to get excited over that.
No, because
I think you're right. The Troublemaker Telly, this one. I mean, those were the two that I picked out straight away when they announced them at NAMM or whenever it was. Was it NAMM?
Yeah, it was Winter NAMM, wasn't it? I mean, I was excited until I saw the wide range style humbuckers, but apparently they just look like wide ranges, and they're actually like proper style humbuckers. I've not tried one. I probably won't try one of these parallel universe Telly's super thin lines, sexy deluxe Gretschy style Gretsch. But the price, they're $16.09. I can't see that being right. Let's say $16.99.
I think you might be right with $16.09, because I had a look at these and they were all supposed to come out at $16.99 originally, and $16.09 rings a bell for me for what it was on GAC's website.
It was a good year, $16.99. Good year.
Yeah.
I haven't got a fucking clue what happened then. So $16.09. I don't think that's a bad price. I don't think that's a bad price at all. Considering the rarity, considering the the uniqueness and considering what you're getting for the money as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you compare, I hate to do this because we absolutely bag on them every week, but compare it to what you'd get in the Gibson range. So, what would you get for like 1,700 in the Gibson range?
Well, the nearest one was 1699 was the classic in the 2018 models.
Okay, and what'd you get for that? What?
That was your P90 one, so it was the model between the Studio and the Standard.
Yeah. So it's not a bad instrument at all. They came in a fair few colours. They came with P90s, bound body, bound fretboard. Yeah. I doubt it's rosewood on the neck. I think they did say that they were though, didn't they?
Yeah, weren't they all rosewood this year? I think they were supposed to be rosewood.
Yeah. I don't know, it's worth a check. Comparable. But that's not as special. I don't know. When you put it like that, when you compare it against the classic, I would probably be more tempted to go for the classic.
Whereas I'd be more tempted to go for the Tele Thin Line Super Deluxe.
Yeah, but that was a nice thing for Gibson. I thought it was going to be. What will you get for Gibson? You get like half a Studio and a bag of Skittles. So I was pleasantly surprised there.
I'll take the treble half of the Studio.
Just a one pickup one. Oh, that'd be horrible. So moving on from that one, because I reckon we've mentioned enough on the Parallel Universe. I'm waiting for the Meteora. I think that's probably next, isn't it? Because there aren't many left.
There's not much left.
Yeah.
So we had the Jazz Stratmaster.
I think we have. I think
the other one. The Jaguar Strat. Have we had that one?
I don't know. You'll find out, listeners, next week or the week after when they release it.
Next time they release one.
That's it. So, Fender are not the only company who've done something exotic. So this is going to be a bit of a telly special this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exotic California Classic XTC. Essentially, their take on the telly, which I've heard some good things about the exotic guitars.
Yeah.
So they come in a range of finishes. The ones that I saw was like a butterscotch blonde and a two-tone sunburst, but apparently there are 11 finishes plus 9 kind of manager special.
Yeah.
So you're behind the store for a sneaky overcoat. You want to buy a guitar. So there's 9 special finishes and 11 regular finishes. It's a thin nitro finish, so like good quality paints, but done thin, so your natural wear kind of comes through quite quickly.
Yep.
And they give you the option of 4 different aging, and I think I can't remember what they were, but like it's essentially going to be like as new, a little bit of wear, getting serious, absolutely shagged. So that's pretty cool. The fact that you get to choose your relicing depending on if you're into it or not. Modern C profile on the neck. 9.5 inch radius, or you get the choice of a 12 inch as well. So you're basically getting the choice of like more vintage or more modern.
Yeah.
The necks are your standard maple, but you get the option of upgrading to a 5A flame maple or an Indian rosewood neck. And all necks are finished in oil rather than like lacquered. So none of that sticky, like finished for the player, not for not for the
These.
not for the gloss. Compensated compensated
Brad.
brass. Compensated. It's a brudge. The thing at the end. It's the brudge. So brass saddle bridge, exotic brand, and Goto vintage locking tuners as well. So pretty fucking spec'd. Pretty spec'd.
Yeah.
But
No.
also like super customizable. You could get like if you were into the vintage stuff and you wanted something that was like super heavy relic, you could get that. You get the choice of 11 different options or then premium finishes. So I'm assuming they probably do colour on colour as a finish option, but I can't confirm or deny that one.
No, I'm not sure if they do that.
Triple A, like 5A flame. It gets ridiculous when they start grading their flames in terms of 5As.
Yeah. So I've known about these for a while. Steve, who's a friend of the podcast, has actually got one on order and is picking one up this week or next week, whenever they actually drop.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pretty much identical spec to the Strats that they've got. So you can go for humbuckers or single coils wherever you want.
Yeah.
And the Strat that Steve had when I was around there in November was the guitar that we all fell in love with. He's fallen in love with it so much that he's got a second Strat with exactly the same, just in a different finish, just so that if he snaps a string, he can just pick up the same guitar. That's how good the Strats are.
Yeah. And
so,
to put it in perspective, Steve is a man with a collection of guitars so fine. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ron Burgundy would be bragging about it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, like, to put it in perspective, just in the other Strats that he's got Sir Classics, Sir Moderns, he's got custom shops, he's got a master-built Yuri Shishkov.
Bless you.
So, you know, he's got some really high-quality Strats.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like...
Yeah, he's saying they
everybody...
They're punching well within that weight, if not above.
Yeah, they're certainly punching well above their price points, like in terms of it was as good as the master-built Fender custom shop.
Yeah.
You know, as good as guitars that are, you know, £1,000 more expensive. Like I say, those of us, me, Carl and Chris were there and we all fell in love with the guitar. The way that they treat the maple, they bake it and then whatever the oil is that they oil the neck with, it just makes it so easy to play. It's like you can't explain it. It's
I think
not
they said
like
it was unicorn tier oil.
Yeah, well, it's exactly that. It's like magic.
Yeah, magic,
and it just makes the neck infinitely fantastic to play. And like it's like. You have the maple, like the one that Steve's got is a maple neck rather than a rosewood. I think the other one that he got afterwards was one with the Indian rosewood on. But I mean, the maple neck one doesn't feel like a maple neck. It's not all sticky and, you know.
Yeah.
But you still get that slightly compressed kind of sound that you get from a maple neck guitar.
Controversial.
Yeah, it's just...
Some people argue.
Yeah, maple boards do. I think they sound like you've got a compressor on. In that they're a little bit.
You get a really snappy and zingy tone with the.
You get a more snappy tone
with
from
the brightness.
A maple, yeah, than with.
No. I mean, it's tropes in the guitar world, isn't it? That
it is, but like in my personal opinion, I think I can hear that now. Whether that's just because you're told that's what you're supposed to be able to hear.
Emperor's New Clothes kind of syndrome, innit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm playing devil's avocado here.
Yeah, and that's fine. You can be the avocado all you like.
Found out this week, apparently, the avocado in, I think it was Spanish, was the etymology of the word was from the testicle. And you can understand why, can't you?
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the exotic rather than testicles.
But yeah.
Spanish testicles. Bloody hell.
If it's anything like the Strats, which I can't see it being, I can't see it being any different. They'll be absolutely fantastic guitars, and like I say, it'll be a sewer beater, I think.
So, are you saying it's going to be worth? I think because we haven't mentioned the price. I've got it $2,500.
Yeah, I think they're going to be easily worth that. Like in comparison to the Sur tellies that you get, that are pretty similar price point, it'll probably be better. Like I know that's controversial.
Interesting.
If they can do what they did with the Strat, then yeah, it'll be one of the better guitars I've ever played.
Yeah, right on. So there you go, glowing recommendations from the exotic stuff. I've yet to play one. I think I might have to. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in two minds because I can't really afford $2,500 worth of guitar, so I don't want to play one and then realise that I can't play one again. But there you go. California
play
Classic XTC.
Play one and then work harder so you can afford to buy it.
I work hard enough as it is. I'm a hard-working man. Sounds like a song title, that is. Hard-working man. Might be country, I reckon. Need to buy me a hat. So, J-Rocket. They're a company. They do pedals.
Archer.
Yeah, they're known for the Archer, which is a really kind of piss-weak, peach-flavoured drink. It's a clone, and apparently they're supposed to be the closest to the clon that you can clever listen to. They're supposed to be really good. They've come out with a new pedal which is not clon inspired, called Mr. Moto, and it is basically an old Fender amp in a pedal. It's not a drive pedal, so it doesn't make you sound like an old Tweed amp. But it's got
a Strymon Flint with a different box on it.
Potentially, yeah. Tremolo and spring reverb all in one. So it's got 4 controls. It's got wave. Hi, Matt. It's a beautiful visual joke that you will all notice what we did. I'm not even going to explain what happened there. Wave, depth. What are you going to do for that, Matt? What are you going to do for that? Depth.
I'm not.
Verb and speed. Please don't do speed. I want the last 15 minutes of this to go swimmingly. So, wave goes from sine wave to square wave, like a blend kind of thing, I think. Depth and speed also tie in with the tremolo, and then the verb is basically how much verb you want. Yeah. It's like a preset amount of springiness and springiness, which I like, to be honest. I like simplicity when it comes to reverb. I don't want to have like colour and decay and like fade and all of this rubbish. I don't want to know any of that. I want more or less.
See, like, I totally get you because I have the
you got the Hoff Mini, yeah.
Which is a one knob reverb that does 80% of the reverb that I do, and then if I need any special reverbs, I have the Hoff full size and do all the magical stuff that takes forever to tweak. And I use it for like 3 or 4 songs.
There you go. So you've pretty much backed my argument up there.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad we're in agreement that delay is better. No, I like spring reverb with like one knob, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, it basically is the sound of the 70s. I don't think I got a price for this, but I think it was like £200. So
sounds about right.
Yeah, for a J-Rocket, it's not out of the realms. If you want to sound like the 50s and 60s, and I'm all for having tremolo these days, so
yeah,
I'm a big advocate of this. I'm not going to buy one. I've got a Line 6 M5 if I want to do stupid stuff like that. I've got a Moore helicopter as well, which are fantastic.
I've got a Vox, so I don't need
I mean, yours is already inbuilt, isn't it? Arguably, this is probably going to sound better than a Line 6 M5 and a Trelicopter. But
how much do you notice? Because, like, to me, a tremolo is basically just up and down in the volume.
Up and down in the volume.
Yeah, up and in and down and in the voluming.
That's tone science there. So tone science tips with Matthew. Uppening and downing the volume. Yeah, I mean that's what it does. Yeah, but it creates a kind of space in the sound without going like all hippie and whatnot. It creates a movement and a space in the sound, and like I said, if set right, you can get it subtle enough that people don't really hear it's going on, but it makes you sound better.
Yeah, and I get that, it will. It's just, to me, that's a hell of a lot of money for a spring reverb and tremolo pedal.
Yeah.
And I know I said I wanted to buy a Strymon Flint like 3 months ago, which totally
would have been more than this used.
Yeah, been like 300 quid.
So potentially you've kind of just shot your own argument in the foot there. I reckon it's time to bring back our used views, because I think we need a good argument. I think we need to get another good argument. So for next week's podcast, people, get in the Facebook group and put some used views, because I think we need a good argument again. I think we need one. Our final bit of news and our final thing for today is, it's come out of left field a bit. It's a company that we have literally never mentioned before. It's a guitar company called Cort. I think they do a Matt Bellamy signature guitar, or have it in the past.
Are they Manson's actual second brand, Cort?
I don't think so, but I think they might do distribution for them. Or
license one.
I don't know, but without doing a bit of research, that's a fact that we can't really back up. But Cort, anyway, they're quite well known. And they've brought out basically a Les Paul, which, like, we're talking about a Cort Les Paul, because I'm sure they've done one in the past, and it's wonderful. But yeah, so the CR300 LP. So yeah, it's a Les Paul. Everything you'd expect. So Gibson scale length, mahogany body and neck with a maple, like a carved maple top. So again, the specs you'd expect of a Les Paul. Looks like a Les Paul, with the upper horn extended a little bit, so not to get the CC and D60s on there. Yeah. However, the pickups, this is where it becomes interesting. So they've got active PAF style pickups. What? I hear you say.
Surely that's an oxymoron.
Yeah, they like contradict each other. Active PAF. They are the Montagues and the Capulets of the pickup world. Never the twain they shall meet. But no, it's been done before. The James Hetfield headset are supposed to be passive voiced active pickups. These are another set from EMG that are in this Cort. They are, let me just read it. The EMG Retroactive Fat 55s rolls off the tongue. But it tells you what they do. Retroactive, so they are passive, retro, with active elements. And they're kind of looking to recreate PAF tones. Their marketing behind this says that because they are active, they are low impedance, and you're getting less noise, like less kind of noise interference with it, which less noise is good, sure. But it also mentions long cable runs as well, being less of a degradation to the tone. So, I mean, are they onto something? Nope. It doesn't look as if I've convinced you. I just thought it was a really interesting thing, and it'd be really cool if like Court have just like unlocked the mysteries of like great tone. And it'd be really weird because no one would listen, because where do you get Courts from these days?
Don't know. That's the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Like, I get where you're coming from, but if I want a PAF voice pickup, I'm not going to buy an EMG.
I know there's a certain person that I would go to for pretty much all my pickup needs. An EMG, you ain't gonna be stopping that. You could,
yeah. I don't care who it is. Like, even if it's not like, if you tell me something is an active pickup, I'm gonna go. Why would I buy? Like, even if it sounds like a PAF,
yeah,
I'm gonna go. But I need to put batteries in my guitar at that point.
Yeah.
Why don't I just put PAFs in it?
I mean,
you've made the PAF less easy to use.
less usable. I mean, you've just argued this point, but at the start of this podcast and the entire of the last podcast, we've been talking about Variax technology, which
that's different because I can get a Les Paul, a Strat, a Tele, a 335, an acoustic, a banjo, like a banjo.
Yeah.
Does this EMG pickup sound like a banjo?
The EMG banjo pickup.
Yeah.
They call it the banjo string. Oh, that'd be fucking terrible. EMG, get on it.
12-string banjo. 12-string banjo.
It's possible. You could do it with a Variax. If you do it, post it on the Facebooks. Just out of curiosity.
I don't think I'll be doing it.
I think there are certain models that you can't add 12-string to, and I would pretty much assure you that is one of them.
Forget it.
Moving back onto the Court. What I hear from Court, I mean, I've played like one or two, and they've been okay. But from what I hear about them, they are all built in the same factory as like some pretty prestigious stuff, so like the PRSSE stuff, the Reverend stuff. They're built in these Korean factories, which are host to like some pretty big names.
Yeah.
So add that to the fact that you're getting a set of EMG pickups in a guitar, and they're asking 800 quid for it. It's not bad. It's kind of where you'd expect for a Korean made.
Price point.
Yeah. So I didn't think it was too shabby at all, to be honest. But the like you say, the likelihood of us being able to play one and it being able to convince us that actually this is the future, it's unlikely, because I don't know where stock's caught.
No idea.
But yeah, I mean, it's worth.
Don't think I've ever seen one in the flesh.
You might have. They sometimes look a bit Ibanez-y.
Yeah, I did Google them. Matt Bellamy does have a signature with them. But yeah, like, Court is not a name that I think, like, they wouldn't be 50th on my list of guitar manufacturers. Well, they might be 50th, but, you know, they wouldn't be in my top 20 guitar. If like walked up to me randomly and said, "Name 20 guitar manufacturers," I wouldn't think I'd say Cort.
Who are you? Why are you asking me to do these strange things? Why are you in my living room? But yeah, after we got over that whole palaver, I'd probably Cort wouldn't be in the top. I know what you mean. I thought it was worth trying to bring another brand into the podcast. Obviously not.
Yeah.
Stupid Cort.
No, I know what you're trying to do, and it is like something different and new, but at the same time, I don't think this is
who
gonna
really
be the
gives a crap.
Yeah, no, it's more like it's not really going to be the groundbreaking thing that Cort want it to be or EMG want it to be. Whoever's decided that a Les Paul with active pickups that sound like Paths, whoever thought that was a good idea probably was wrong.
Yeah, I think EMG could have probably hitched their wagon to someone other than Cort to try and take this idea off.
I still don't think it'd have worked. I mean, if you put it in an ESP Eclipse, I'm sure people would buy it. But
yeah, and I think my final kind of argument on it is that like Dave Gilmour was using EMGs back in the 80s, and he's never really been metal. Like he was using it for the kind of the clinical precision with it all, and his tone again has never sucked. But we don't have active single coil sets in guitars these days, so it didn't work then with Gilmour putting it into a Fender, did it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same. Like, if it looks like that, I'm sorry, it's just not gonna get anywhere. Look at what's the one that the fella out of Dice, Mark Knopfler. Yeah. What was what are they called? The Lola? What are they? Lola? Lipstick? Doesn't it begin with something with an L?
Lola do make pickups. I thought he had EMGs in his Pensa, but
no, they're like they look like EMGs, but they're not.
Okay, I might have to do some investigation about that.
They've got they've got
the white covers.
Yeah, but the pickups have got stupid names. They're like blue or gold or red or.
Oh, you want a bit lace?
Lace sensors, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's what he had in them. Lace sensors.
They're a passive pickup, though, they are. They're not active.
They are, but they look active.
They look like it. And
if the pickups look like that,
yeah,
they're not going to take off. Look at the great sounds that Knopfler gets out of those lace sensors.
Yeah.
And look at the fact that nobody likes them. Yeah. Nobody buys them and uses them because they just look a little bit odd.
But yeah, they do look weird. And I hate to swing it back round to the Variaxes again. But the old Variaxes with the like the 300, the 500 and the 700, they didn't really take off because they looked weird because they didn't have pickups.
Yeah.
They sounded fine. Some of them played fine. But they didn't take off. And like when you're getting like a beautiful meal, the visual appeal of that meal will make up most of how you enjoy that food. If it doesn't look right, if it comes out looking like a bag of smashed arseholes, it could taste beautiful, and you'd go, "Oh, that was a bit of crap," wouldn't you? Same with your guitar. Yeah. If it doesn't look the part, if it doesn't get you picking that guitar up and playing it, then it's lost the battle already.
Yep.
And that's where we're gonna wrap it today. So, Heel_Matt_Q, Twitter.
Correct.
Bad Bookers Podcast.
Yep.
That's it. So if you want to find Matt, those are the places you get him. He does a wrestling podcast called the Bad Bookers Podcast. It's about wrestling. Go check it out if you like wrestling or if you like Matt. Myself, Facebook.com, Instagram.com/BudgetPedalChap, YouTube, Budget Pedal Chap. Not done any updates recently. I've been lazy or hungover. So, yep. If you want to get yourself involved in the podcast, go into our Fret Talk podcast group and get involved in any of the conversations that we were talking about today. or you can add your own topics and get some used views in there as well. Get some used views because we want some used views back.
Yep.
And I think that's us for today. So from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, I'm going to say thank you for listening tonight. And from Mr. Matt Quine, it's going to be a goodbye and good night.
Goodbye and good night.
Ta-da, a bit chuck.
Ta-da.
And... That was a cast, that was, weren't it? That was definitely a cast.
It was that.